freaking out because Candice Glover, season 12 winner of American Idol, is in the house for her Idology interview.
Aww, I'm so excited to be here. You have no idea. Like, I was rushing to get here.
We can't talk about your Idol journey without starting with season 11.
Closing the show for day one are Jessica Sanchez, DeAndre Brackensick, and Candice Glover.
It Doesn't Matter Anymore was like an epic performance with Jessica and DeAndre. We got this crazy song.
We were a little iffy about it because it wasn't our style.
We're going home, like we told each other that.
That Buddy Holly original, people have to go listen to that before they listen to your version. Really, that gave us a taste of what you do because you're kind of a song flipper. You like to take things in a direction you wouldn't have necessarily thought of.
We all sat down with Michael Orland, the vocal coach, and was like, how can we make this different?
We just have to stay respectful to the song, but I think we need to update it a little bit.
We were like, oh my God, let's make it like soulful, and it worked.
You go your way, baby. I'll go mine.
Who do we blame for cutting you? And you must have been like, what?
I was considered to be like a front runner. That's what everybody else was saying. I wasn't saying it, but when we got split up into the rooms, and me and Joshua Ledette were in the same room, and everybody was like, if I can just be in the same room as Josh and Candice, I know I made it, because y'all are like the two best ones here. So I was kind of going through the whole thing kind of feeling confident about myself. So then when they just like cut me, when Steven Tyler said it, I was like, oh my gosh.
Candice, I'm sorry, baby.
Thank you. My heart dropped. And I was like, okay, thank you.
What did you do between season 11 and season 12? Did you do anything to sort of like further yourself or get yourself even more ready?
I literally went online and listened to like country music, and I listened to like folk music. I listened to a lot of blues. I listened to a lot of Taylor Swift, to be honest. I just got my musical knowledge up before I came back, and I think I turned myself into more of an artist, and I uploaded Call Me Maybe on YouTube just to see what the reaction would be, because I thought of that arrangement at work. There was nothing going on at work, really? And I was just singing, and I started snapping, and I prepared myself. A country week never came, but I was prepared if it did come.
What would you have sung for country week?
I would have done I Told You So, like Randy Travis and Carrie Underwood, or I would have done I Hope You Dance, because I have covers of that on YouTube as well.
So group rounds I've got to ask you about, because hit 'em up style is usually a disaster when people do it. I always feel like they put it on the list because no one can remember the lyrics.
Home. Yep, they put it on there, and if you pick that song, you're going home. We didn't have a choice of who would be in our group, so I was with Denise Jackson, Melinda Ademi, and Kamaria Owsley. I knew Melinda because she was on season 10 when I watched. So we were like, what about Hit 'em Up Style? And I was like, I had been there the year before, so I was like, I'm not singing that song. Y'all can sing that song, but I'm not singing it. So we finally decided, okay, let's just do it. Let's do it a different way. Let's start it a cappella.
Yeah. Just go back and hit 'em up style.
You know, we're like, oh, let's take the purses on stage like we're these pissed off women who just got cheated on. So that's how that idea came up.
I'm curious about Ordinary People. When you get a song like that and you make these choices of where to ad lib and where to throw in a run and sort of what to do with the melody, do you sketch that out beforehand, like you know exactly where it's going?
A good singer never does anything on the spot.
Okay.
So, but if you're a skilled singer and you can put those runs in there like that, then more power to you. Like Kelly Price and Fantasia and all those greats, Aretha Franklin, like they can just do it, but I'm scared that I'm gonna like veer off key or something. I practice mine nonstop backstage before I get up there. With Natural Woman, if I could go back and change my song choice for that week, I think I would have. Because I think I was still in the mode of season 11, and I was still doing things that I thought people wanted to hear.
Interesting.
So Natural Woman was like, oh yeah, you know, black girl, time to do something soulful. So I just picked that song. But I think I would have, that's why I changed and did some John Legend the week after, because I knew that was more of the route that I wanted to take.
Top 10 week, music of the Idols, you picked I Who Have Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Were you at all nervous that it had been done twice before and really well? This isn't one of those songs that's been covered badly. It's been covered really well by Haley and by Jordan.
I got a lot of hate tweets for that. You'll never be as good as Haley, or Jordan Sparks when she sang that song. Most of the songs that I sing, I know how it feels, or if I don't know how it feels, I'll pretend like I do. But with I Who Have Nothing, I know how it feels to be like, oh my gosh, like you're going everywhere with this girl. What's your problem? I'm standing here watching you, like literally with my nose on the window pane, wondering why couldn't that be me? The fact that Haley and Jordan did it, I was kind of hesitant at first, and I told them like, are you sure people aren't gonna like hate me, and like, you know, what's gonna happen? But I'm glad it turned out good.
You had the drums. It was a little more percussive than their versions, and also a little more angry, I think.
Jordan and Haley both had their versions, and then I came off as a girl who, especially when I took the mic off the stand and I was like,
you buy her diamonds.
I was pissed, so I made sure I did that.
I liked during the season that you switched things up, so you get to Beatles week and you picked Come Together.
I don't know what I was thinking when I picked that, because at first I picked that song because they gave us songs on this iPod, and we listened to it, and I was like, oh, that sounds cool, like the dun 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 dun. But then I had no idea what he was saying, so, and I didn't find out what he was saying until after I picked the song.
He wear no shoe shine, he got toe jam football, right?
I don't know what
Okay,
that means.
I got.
So I was like, wait, I don't want to sing this anymore, but it was kind of too late, so I just had to get it together.
Got to be good looking 'cause it's so hard to see.
And I sang it like in my hometown concert, and I still had no idea what I was saying, but that's what the crowd wanted to hear, so I just did it.
Come together.
So my angriest week of season 12 was top 7 week.
Okay.
You broke your toe, you did Satisfaction. I thought, you said that that was your least favorite performance. I felt like you captured the spirit of Rock Week though, as well as anybody else. You did.
I was dying because my toe was broken. And karma, because I went to prank Lazaro and tell him the house was on fire, ran into the wall and like broke my toe. I was dying after that was over. And I didn't even like the arrangement of that song. And so that's why when everybody was so mad that all the judges didn't pick me for their top 3 except for Mariah, but I kind of understood. I was hurt because, you know, they had been in my corner for so long, but then when they didn't, I was like, okay, Satisfaction wasn't that good.
But they seemed to be talking about the season as a whole. I'm still mad about it.
Oh yeah, they were talking. I don't know what they were talking about. Half the time when the judges say whatever, I just let them say whatever they want to say because it's your show. I'm just standing here like whatever.
My angriest week on the show led to the week on the show where I was like bawling watching you do those 2 performances. Tell me first about Don't Make Me Over.
Don't Make Me Over was actually a message to everybody on social media because so many people would tell me, you need to stop wearing black all the time. I think you need to lose some more weight before you get into the industry. And how come Amber's hair changed but yours didn't? You don't connect emotionally. Like, do not try to change me.
Don't make me over.
Season 11, I would have let them change me. But this was kind of my way of saying, and you know that song is somewhat about a man too, but it was just my message, like, don't try to make me something that I'm not.
Accept me for what I am. Accept me for the things that I do.
Lovesong, where did that come from? Like, at what point did you start to have a vision? Was this something that you thought of like 3 years before? Or is this something you thought during your run on the show?
One of my friends, his name is Albert, he actually suggested me to sing that song. Like I was in my room and he came in there, he was like, there's this dope song that I want you to sing. And he played it and I fell in love with it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have to do that. But I don't want it to be as laid back as Adele's version. I just wanted to interpret those lyrics, like when you're in love with someone and you just feel at peace with that person and like you make me feel all these great things. I just added like, I think more percussion, and I was so frustrated because there was a band like Malfunction, but nobody knew. Not just the devil scream.
Okay.
Not the devil scream. I didn't hear that until afterwards. I think a fan pulled the mic down. I put some stuff in there that Adele didn't have. Like I added the band in, but the band didn't come in when they were supposed to because there was a malfunction at the last minute with the computer. So the band came in a little bit later than they were supposed to, but it turned out to be like one of the best things of the season, as far as Randy said. So I was cool with the malfunction. I didn't really let it bother me. Heard It Through the Grapevine had a malfunction as well. I was standing there with the mic when I started, and the light was glaring on me. And I walked to the stage, and there was supposed to be a mic stand there. Turned around, there was no mic stand. Oh, no. So I got over there, and people always say I never let it like show in my face. But I got over there, I was like, "There's no mic stand. What the freak?"
It took me by surprise. I must say.
So I made it work though.
So Lovesong, what was that like getting done and having like Keith Urban bowing down? I mean, the energy in that audience seemed insane.
I cried the ugly cry multiple times.
One of the greatest performances in the history, 12 years of American Idol.
That was like an Oprah's favorite things giveaway. I mean, that they went nuts in the house.
I'm Haley Steinfeld, and you're watching ENTV. Hi, my name is Kiernan Shipka, and you're watching ENTV.
Aubrey Plaza, ENTV. I just touched it with my mouth, sorry.